rewards action. It's not enough to be sitting on a lily pad and say, I decide to jump. It's not enough to say, I decide to meditate. It's not enough to say, I decide to be a better parent, or I decide to be a better teacher, or I decide to be a better person. It's got to be backed with some specific action. And the powerful thing is, once we start acting, once we start moving in that general direction, it becomes easier to continue to move. It's that thing about momentum. Have you ever tried to steer a parked car? It's not very easy, is it? Not very easy at all. And in fact, it puts a lot of wear and tear on the tires. But if that car is moving, you can steer it with much greater ease. It's the idea of momentum. This is true in our lives as well. Right around the first of the year, I read a book that I had found through an article on Pulse. And this book is about 18 minutes to a better life, something like that. I had listened to a podcast by the author and was really taken by some of his comments and thought, there's something in this book that I can learn from. And so I got the book, and one of the things that he wrote about that really struck me in a unique way was he talked about this idea of momentum, and he talked about this idea of willpower as it relates to action. He said he had an aha moment. He lives in Manhattan, right outside or right across from Central Park. And he likes to run and go for a bike ride. And it was time for him to get out and be physically active, but it was a wet day, a rainy day, a cold day, and he had all of these reasons in his mind why he didn't need to do it, that he could just make an excuse. But something inside of him, he mustered up enough willpower and strength and action that he actually got out there and he started his exercise routine. And then he writes in the book, he shares that something clicked for him. He realized that the motivation, he just needed to get out there. But once he was out there, despite the weather, something else kicked in. And he felt energized and he was able to continue. And I thought, that's something powerful in that. There's something very powerful in that. It's like that idea that it's easier to steer a moving car than a parked car. If you could just get up off our affirmations, or as some quote I read from somebody else, get off your butt, B-U-T, and do it, you'll have the energy to do more of it, more of it.